chair this meeting in the absence of the president. I am joined by Commissioners Kronzer, Olson, Schrader, Cowgill, Brown, and Ellison. And at this time, I'd ask you please silence all pagers, cell phones, and other electronic devices. Our first order of business will be to sort the agenda for this meeting. We'll work from the agendas that are available in the hall. I'll go through the agenda and sort out what items will be continued to a future hearing, what items will be discussed, and what will be put on the consent agenda to be approved as recommended by staff without further discussion. First off, we have item number 1, 2325 East 38th Street, 3812 24th Avenue South. This item was continued. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition to staff recommendation on the item? All right. Seeing none, we'll put that on the consent agenda. Item number 2 is North Central University Academic Commons, located at 1401, 1413, and 1425 Chicago Avenue. Is anyone here to speak in opposition to staff recommendation on item number 2? Right, seeing no one in opposition, I will put that on consent agenda. Item number 3, the Minneapolis Kenny addition and remodeling at 5720 Emerson Avenue South. Is anyone here to speak in opposition to staff recommendation? See, no one will put that on the consent agenda. Number 4, Minnesota Teen Challenge Tubman Center, 3101 and 3111 First Avenue South and 1130 First Street East. Is anyone here to speak in opposition to staff recommendation on item number 4? All right, we'll put number 4 on the consent agenda. Item number 5 is Jackson Lofts, 750 through 756 Jackson Street Northeast. Is anyone here to speak in opposition to staff recommendation on item number 5? Seeing no one, we'll move that to consent. Item number 6, Calhoun Towers, 3404 and 3430 List Place, 3441 31st Street West, 3140 Abbott Avenue South, and 3421 West Lake Street. Is anyone here to speak in opposition of staff recommendation on that item? Seeing no one, we'll put that on consent. And item number 7, a zoning code text amendment for all wards amending Title 20 related to chapters 520, 546, and 547, 548, 549, and 551. Is anyone here to speak in opposition to staff recommendation on the zoning code text amendments as stated? All right, seeing no one, we'll put that on the consent agenda. All right, so the consent agenda will include items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, is there anyone in here to speak in opposition to any staff recommendation on these items? All right. We will approve these consent items in one motion at the start of the public hearing then. All right, so commissioners, can I have a motion to approve the proposed agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, any abstentions? That is approved. The agenda is approved. All right, our first order of business for that is to approve the actions from the meeting of the October 21st, 2019 meeting. Can I have a motion to approve those actions?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And abstentions? All right, those actions are approved. Next up is the Committee of the Whole consent agenda. As chairperson of the Committee of the Whole, I'll now present the consent agenda from the October 24th, 2019 Committee of the Whole meeting. We have 2 items from the Committee of the Whole agenda. May I have a motion to find the Bessemer Apartments tax increment financing plan and the land sale of 2031 Queen Avenue North and 2919 Upton Avenue North to be consistent with the Minneapolis Plan for Sustainable Growth?
So moved.
Second? Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All abstentions? All right, seeing none, that passes. All right, action items. We have an action item that staff will introduce today. Kimberly?
I don't know which one this is. Oh, the council agenda. So there was a change made to the city council calendar for 2020, which resulted in a change to our calendar that had previously been adopted for next year. So the amended calendar, I believe, was in your packets. The only impact was in September. So we just need to formally adopt the amendment to the calendar.
So can I have a motion to approve that action?
So moved. Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? And abstentions? All right, that passes. Thank you, Kimberly. All right, I'll now open the public hearing for the November 4th, 2019 Planning Commission. The hearing is on consent agenda items numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Once again, is there any opposition to staff recommendation for these items? Still none, okay. Seeing none, I will now close the public hearing on the consent agenda items. May I have a motion to approve staff findings and recommendations for all the aforementioned items?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. So motion and a second, any discussion? Seeing none, clerk, would you please call roll?
Brown.
Aye.
Colgill.
Aye.
Ellison. Cronzer. Olson. Schrader. 6-0.
Thank you. Those items have been passed. And I believe that that brings us to the end of our meeting, unless there's any other staff announcements.
I was just going to give a quick update on 2 items. So the Fullertown Flats project at 47th and Grand went to the Zoning and Planning Committee on appeal last week, and the appeal of the parking variance was approved by ZNP, effectively denying the parking variance on that project. That goes to council Friday. And then we did receive an appeal of the Planning Commission's decision to deny the site plan review application for the drive-through at 4159 Hiawatha. That will go to ZNP on November 14th.
Thank you, Kimberly. And seeing no other meeting, this meeting is adjourned.